Here's a detailed YouTube article focused on the 1994 first-generation Range Rover, often referred to as the Range Rover Classic, covering its design, history, luxury evolution, technological breakthroughs, and cultural impact, without discussing handling or driving conditions. The 1994 Range Rover Classic, the SUV that defined an era. In the world of luxury SUVs, few vehicles carry the iconic legacy and cultural influence of the 1994 Range Rover Classic, the final production year of the first-generation Range Rover, a vehicle that not only pioneered the luxury 4x4 market but also set the tone for decades of automotive design and engineering. This isn't just a vehicle. It's a statement, a milestone, and a cultural legend. In this article, we take a deep dive into what made the 1994 Range Rover such a landmark, examining its design evolution, interior innovation, technological significance, and its lasting legacy in the world of high-end SUVs. 1. A historic legacy in the making. When the Range Rover was first introduced in 1970 by British Leyland, it wasn't designed to be a luxury icon. It was conceived as a practical, durable utility vehicle for farmers, landowners, and those needing a capable off-roader. But as the decades rolled on, the Range Rover evolved far beyond its utilitarian roots. By the time the final first-generation model rolled off the line in 1994, the Range Rover Classic had become the blueprint for what we now call the luxury SUV. The 1994 model was the culmination of over 2 decades of continuous refinement. It represented everything Range Rover had learned about combining ruggedness with elegance, wrapped in a body that would become timeless. 2. Exterior design, rugged elegance. The 1994 Range Rover Classic maintained the design cues that had made it an icon. Its exterior was a case study in practical aesthetics, a boxy, upright silhouette that was as functional as it was instantly recognizable. Key design features: straight-edged body panels with minimal overhangs for maximum ground clearance. Split tailgate design for versatile loading. Signature clamshell bonnet and floating roofline. Aluminum body panels to reduce weight and combat rust. Redesigned front grille and bumpers. 1993-94 updates for a more refined appearance. By 1994, the Range Rover Classic had a more mature, upscale look that aligned with the growing demand for premium vehicles in the SUV category. The once utilitarian icon now proudly carried body-colored trim, alloy wheels, and a more integrated aesthetic. 3. Interior evolution, from farm to first class. If early Range Rovers had interiors that felt more like tractors with carpet, the 1994 version couldn't be more different. This model boasted a level of interior refinement and attention to detail that put it firmly in competition with executive sedans. Cabin features: full leather upholstery and wood veneer accents. Power-adjustable heated seats. Premium sound systems. Some models featured optional CD changers. Cruise control and automatic climate control. Optional sunroof, central locking, and power windows. The 1994 Range Rover offered an elevated seating position, unmatched visibility, and a feeling of dominance, factors that would become defining traits of the luxury SUV market. 4. Technological milestones. Though based on a rugged, decades-old platform, the 1994 Range Rover Classic incorporated a surprising number of high-tech features, especially for its time. Key technological upgrades. Electronic air suspension (EAS), a groundbreaking feature introduced in 1993, which allowed the SUV to raise or lower at the push of a button. This allowed for both on-road comfort and off-road capability. Onboard diagnostics (OBDI) system, providing more detailed maintenance alerts. And error codes. Anti-lock braking system (ABS), rare in off-roaders of the era. Advanced alarm and immobilizer systems, enhancing security for luxury-minded owners. This seamless blend of rugged engineering and technological advancement made the 1994 Range Rover a true bridge between old-school off-roaders and new-school tech-filled luxury cars. 5. Final year, final evolution. The 1994 model year marked the end of an era. It was the last production year for the original Range Rover Classic before the introduction of the P38A, which took the Range Rover into a more modern, rounded design language. This final model retained the classic boxy shape but received several enhancements. Full EAS system across most trims. Improved interior insulation and soundproofing. More refined dash layout with clearer instrumentation. Enhanced electronic control systems. These updates made the 1994 Range Rover Classic not just a nostalgic icon, but a collectible milestone, the final and most evolved version of the SUV that started it all. 6. Cultural impact. A symbol of prestige. Throughout the late 80s and early 90s, the Range Rover Classic had transitioned from an elite off-roader into a status symbol. It became the vehicle of choice for British royalty and aristocrats, American celebrities and Wall Street executives, African safaris and European countryside estates. In short, it was one of the few vehicles that could be equally at home in Beverly Hills and the Scottish Highlands. Its boxy silhouette, polished leather, and proud badging came to represent more than just a car. It represented success, adventure, and heritage. 7. Customization and special editions. Over the years, Land Rover released numerous special editions and market-specific trims that made the 1994 lineup even more desirable. County LWB, long wheelbase, offering expanded rear legroom and greater luxury. Great Divide editions, celebrating Range Rover's North American expedition. Soft dash models, featuring a redesigned, safety-focused dashboard with smoother materials. Collectors today often seek these final year versions, particularly models with factory leather, walnut trim, and the rare Brooklands green or alpine white finishes. 8. Mechanical innovations. Even without diving into driving dynamics, we can appreciate the engineering breakthroughs that defined the 1994 Range Rover Classic. V8 powertrain options. While we won't talk about performance, it's worth noting the engineering consistency and reliability of the Rover V8 architecture. 4-speed automatic transmission, a robust and smooth gear-changing system. Robust ladder frame and body-on-frame construction, built to last and take abuse, whether on dirt roads or city streets. These mechanical features cemented the Range Rover's reputation as a workhorse in a suit, capable, reliable, and undeniably premium. 9. Influence on future generations. When the Range Rover P38A launched in 1995, it did so on the shoulders of a giant. The first-generation Range Rover had created not just a brand legacy, but an entirely new automotive category, the luxury SUV. Everything we see today in high-end SUVs, from Bentley Bentegas to Mercedes-Benz G-Wagons, owes something to the 1994 Range Rover Classic. Its DNA still runs through modern Range Rover models, in features like height-adjustable suspension, commanding driving position, opulent interiors, iconic exterior profiles. It showed the world that an SUV didn't have to be basic, it could be luxurious, stylish, and a symbol of identity. 10. A collector's dream. Today, the 1994 Range Rover Classic is a highly collectible vehicle among enthusiasts. Restored models command premium prices, and unmodified originals are increasingly rare. Restoration shops now specialize in turning these classic 4x4s into modern masterpieces, sometimes with new electronics, updated interiors, and even electric powertrains. It's proof that the legacy of the 1994 Range Rover is far from over. It's a living, breathing piece of automotive history that continues to inspire admiration and passion. Conclusion. The first, the last, the timeless. The 1994 Range Rover Classic represents the end of the beginning, the final chapter of a vehicle that transformed the global automotive landscape. From humble utilitarian origins to high society status, it redefined what it meant to drive an SUV. It didn't just carry people, it carried tradition, innovation, and aspiration. Today, it stands as both a collector's gem and a cultural icon, reminding us that true greatness comes from being first, and doing it right. Would you like a matching title and description with hashtags for YouTube as well?